Good evening once again from the Hobby Barn basement. We are in part 2 of the conversion of the Freewing F-14, adding plates, battery tray mod, gear mod, etc. The progress update, there are a couple of notes I want to give for anybody who's either balls deep in this build or about to be. First things, when you get the battery tray, you're gonna have to cut the back of the canopy section in the fuselage. It can be confusing if you don't realize it. There's a whole section right here that's got to come out back to this main spar where the sweep wing mechanism is. And then down at the bottom, and it is not at the bottom of this fuselage piece, it's about a ½ inch up. You need to cut a slot on both sides in order for this to slide back in. Otherwise, it doesn't fit, and you'll think, oh my goodness, I have an almost 2 1/8 inch too much board. The other thing is, test fit the center section before you trim it, as underneath, depending on how the foam was formed, you may not have to shave any off at all for it to fit properly. I didn't. Now, in Rich RC Informer's video, he had to shave his off in order for the plate to be level. So be mindful of that. The third thing that I've done as I've been following the directions and doing my own mod, when you change these plates out, you have the factory plate, you have the new plate, you have the I-beam that they supply. When you take out the factory plate, a couple things you need to know. Pull the screws. Do that first, just your regular old Phillips head screws. The next thing is you need to loosen, well, this, and this, but the trick is they're not going to loosen up. You're going to hear them crack like they're going to come out, but they're not, because behind them are blind nuts. They will not unscrew. So instead of loosening these, you're trying to get all of your screws out on both sides, and then you're going to have to break this free. This whole assembly will break free, and more than likely it's painted down. You're going to think, oh my god, why isn't it coming out? Well, it's because it's stuck. There may be a little bit of glue, there may be a little bit of paint. I noticed along the front framing here that it had actually been painted down, so it cracked. You could hear the paint pull away, and there was a little bit of glue in a couple places that were holding it. It was bleed over. But once that's free, then you can turn this whole assembly upwards, and you can get to the blind nuts underneath you here and hold them with your screwdriver, and then you can use your grub screw wrench to loosen these up. Now, only, and I repeat, only loosen this one, this one, this one, and these two. That's it. If you loosen these, you're going to loosen and taking out your sweep wing servos. Don't do that. It's not necessary. The only other 3 screws that are going to come out are the ones that go into the fuse. They're about that long. They go here, here, and here, and then you're done. You set them aside and then start your mod. Do your plate tracing the same way they do in the video. Put your I-beam in, secure it. The whole process, including the cutting of the foam to where I am right now, took about 45 minutes. So figure an hour and a half for the total process. The very last thing that I did not do was take out the carbon spar. I did cut it so that it matched this piece. And underneath, where the plastic piece is, where it lays into, you have to cut it off or the plate won't lay flat. But this way, there was no sense in taking it out. You're not going to put anything over it as they do in the video. So why not leave a little extra carbon fiber in there for support? But that's about it, guys. I hope this helps. When I get into the next section and completion, I'll do one more video of part 3, and we'll wrap it up before maiden. Thanks for watching.